Put some water there for you. So how old are you, Maria?
60.
60? Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you went to school down the street?
Yeah, I went to Davis, and after Davis, I went to John Spring. It's right across on Main and 2nd. And after that, I went to Tucson High. And after Tucson High, my father was still alive. So I went to Pima College for about a month, and I just took basic like reading, writing, and reading, writing, and math. And after that, I had to stop because my father passed away. So then after that, I started working at a nursing home, and then after the nursing home, I was working. I had a few odd jobs. One of my jobs, I used to work at the Tucson Community Center, and I had a job at the concession stand at the community center, and then I had also had a job at a nursing home on Speedway and Elm. And then after that, I had a fight with the manager, so I got fired and I got suspended. So after that, I spoke to the guy that used to work at Ori, and he hired me there. So I worked for the city for a while. But when I was at camp, it was nighttime, and they confiscated a joint from one of the kids, and my supervisor asked me if I wanted to smoke it, and I said no, well, not really, but then we're taking care of the kids, and they said, well, you could smoke it if you want to, and I smoked it, and the kids, none of the kids really got in trouble, except they couldn't take marijuana to the camp. But I smoked the joint. Then afterwards, I was at the park, and my supervisor, my boss, told me that I got fired because they found out that I smoked a joint on the job. And so then after that, I was still living at home, and my mother called the cops on me because I had a domestic violence. So I moved out, and then when I got fired, I had to move back in home. But I slept in my dad's car because my dad's car was parked in the parking lot. And so after that, when I wasn't living at home, I tried heroin for the first time, and I didn't want to try it. but I experimented with it, and I had to give it up because I only tried it one time because my boyfriend did, and so it only made me throw up, and I never tried it again because he did, and he did, and and my friend brought him back to life. So after that, I didn't try needles, and after I just couldn't sleep, and I went into a depression, and I started hearing voices, and so my mother had called the MAC team on me, and so they had me taken to Keno Hospital, and I went to Keno Hospital, and I stayed there for a whole month, and they used they got me a social worker, and I went on food stamps and Social Security and disability because they said that I was incompetent to work. So I haven't, so I stayed in the system, and I was receiving Social Security and disability, and I was also receiving food stamps, and they did a review a few years later, and they took my SSI away, so I was just on disability, and so I've been homeless for the past since 2022. My benefits stopped, my Social Security. So I used to pay rent before, and stuff, and I don't have a place to stay, and I don't have Social Security or disability. And last time I went to the food stamp office, it's been over a year, so I just panhandle for money. I really don't depend on food stamps, so I'm just just panhandling, so that's all I do.
Yeah.
I sometimes I go lately, sometimes I go to the Caridad on Main to eat, but I haven't been there in a while. And yesterday I panhandled some money, and I went to down St. Mary's to go eat, but other than that, I just hang out.
Yeah. Do you feel safe out here?
Well, so far there's nothing that's happened to me, but yeah.
Yeah, good. Have you learned to live this way, to live out here? Survive?
Yeah.
How do you feel inside? Do you feel happy, sad?
A little sad because I don't hardly see any of my family. I can't, I ran into them, but they just, they'll buy me a meal, and that's all. And it's been a while that I haven't seen family, so I don't hardly see any of my family.
Yeah, I understand.
And I don't have a residence to look for a job, and it's just hard because and then I don't have a car, so it's hard to ride the bus.
Do you have any like health issues that make it hard?
Well, I do suffer from arthritis.
Okay.
Takes me a while to get around, but that's just from the heat because I'm from Tucson, and
Yeah.
that just comes from the age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you tried, like recently, to maybe go to like a detox, or like from there they could get you into like a rehab if you need? Do you have access? I didn't even ask you. Do you have access?
Well, uh, a year ago, I got arrested at over there by St. Mary's at the bus stop because the police officer asked me if what my name was, and I said it was Jane Doe. So he arrested me, and I went to the CRC, and after the CRC, they sent me to an ambulance. Last year, they sent me to Phoenix, and I spent time in two psychiatric hospitals in Phoenix. And when I was in the first psychiatric hospital, they were gonna send me somewhere else, and I ran away. And I had a little bit of money on me, and I was just looking for a store so I could buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I bought cigarettes, and I just hung out in downtown in downtown Phoenix. But after I think that one night I smoked G, and the second night I was there, I got arrested for loitering. So they sent me to the CRC in Phoenix, and I stayed there, and they sent me to another hospital, and from there I stayed there for a while, and then I came back to Tucson to a boarding house, but they took me to the Kodak to get a shot, and I didn't want to get a shot, so they called the police, and the police took me to the They took me to get a shot, and then I've been at the CRC, and after the CRC I've just been on the streets.
Yeah.
So
And
I really don't do drugs out here,
good.
because you have to have money to do drugs. And last time I smoked G was about 5 months ago, but I was on the north side on Oracle, and the only thing that I really smoked last time I was at the park was marijuana, but it was offered to me. So
Sure.
yeah.
And as far as like supporting yourself, you mentioned panhandling.
Huh?
Yeah. As far as like supporting yourself out here, you mentioned panhandling.
Just panhandling.
And then do people ever bring you food?
Huh?
Do people ever bring you food or help you out?
Yeah, they bring me food and water.
Good.
Or they'll give me Gatorade, or they'll buy me a soda or something. But
Good.
yeah.
And this is all you have right there in the little bag?
Yeah, that's just like a blanket. I use it as a pillow, but it's a poncho.
Poncho.
It's a poncho.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you just have a poncho.
Yeah.
So, 2 more questions. What's been the scariest experience you've had out here?
Scariest experience? Well, only that it's dark and I can't really see to where I'm going, so I really just have to stay close by the street, because I can't see where I'm walking, because if I walk, sometimes I fall, so I don't want to fall, so I just stay close to the
road.
To the road. Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty dark out here, especially in the tunnels. And
Yeah, I never been through the tunnels. I never tried walking through there, especially at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. So as far as like the future, what would you like to happen for your future?
I don't know. I just live day by day. I really don't look into the future, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that you need help like with housing, or are you pretty comfortable out here?
Well, if I had money, I would look
Yeah.
for a place, but it's hard to find housing in Tucson. Yeah.
Have you ever got on like a waiting list for housing,
No.
like through Kodak or something?
No.
Yeah, there's a list out there, and you could get on the waiting list. If you ever need, I could help you with that. That way, you could get housing hopefully one day, and just live comfortable, you know?
Yeah, I panhandled for cigarettes yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah, so, and I got some money to eat something on St. Mary's.
Good.
But other than that, I just hang around.
Cool. I'm gonna check the mic real quick. Just gonna make sure the mic is good.
Okay.
Is there anything you want people to know? I'm gonna check it real. I'm just gonna adjust it. It's like it's falling right there. So, is there anything you want people to know, or how they could help? Anything you want people to know?
Well, I don't know. Stay off of tobacco. That's all I have to say. Because that's been a hard habit to break. Yeah, I've been smoking since I was 15.
Yeah.
On and off. I didn't really buy them. I just used to,
Yeah.
That's when I started. And I started smoking pot at the age of 15 too. But I became because my father used to drink alcohol. He would work, but after the football games or on weekends with friends, we would go to parties and drink. But other than that, I've stayed away from the alcohol in the past 2 years.
Good. That's really good, because that will make everything harder, whether it's alcohol or substances, just makes it harder.
Yeah.
It takes over.
Yeah.
I was on black for 13 years and took everything from me. Took everything. But I didn't start smoking tobacco until I got to rehab. That's a crazy place to start.
Yeah.
Do you miss family?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All my family has been in Tucson, and I haven't really run. Yesterday I saw one of my family members, but he was passing on the bike, so they lost their house in the neighborhood. It got boarded up, so
man.
I don't know if he lives out in the streets too, but he was on a bike, so
Yeah. And if any family or friends or people that know you see this video, do you want to say anything to them?
Well,
like any message?
I just miss them. I wish I could run into them,
Yeah.
because I don't see nobody.
Yeah.
But there's no houses hardly in the neighborhood. There's houses, but there's hardly nobody that I know that live there. So
Nobody that would take you in?
yeah.
Yeah, there's I went to a place called CBI.
Oh yeah, I've been to the CBI.
You been there? Okay,
on Toole Avenue.
Yeah, that's where I went.
Yeah.
They got me into a rehab for 4
Oh.
months. But But yeah, there's. What do you think of like shelters, anything like that? Do you like that, or do you like it out here better?
I like it out here better because you need ID, and I don't have ID. You know,
Oh, okay.
especially at the Salvation Army,
Oh,
they don't serve any sandwiches anymore, and
yeah.
people that go in there have to have ID, and then they have to be there at a certain time.
Okay.
So I don't have ID to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll give you my card. Has my contact information in there. Anything you need, if you need me to research stuff, or if you ever need me to take you somewhere, just give me a call.
Okay.
I live out here too, so maybe I'll see you again and check on you.
Okay.
If you ever need any help or need me to ask questions for you, anything like that.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, I travel through here a lot, so I'll bring you like food or anything else you need later down the road. But yeah, I appreciate your story. We went to the same school. I went to Tucson High too.
You went to Tucson High?
Graduated in '98.
Oh.
Yep. And I went to Davis Elementary. I had some family that worked there.
Yeah.
So.
Davis is an old school.
Yeah.
A lot of people went to Davis.
Did you hear that they might have a ghost in there? Or that rumor there's been a ghost in there?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's even when I was there was like a rumor like there's a ghost in there. But well, yeah, thank you for your story. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No.
No? Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.